Hey, this is Nick Nielsen, Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you here is a very simple fat loss training technique. This is going to be using a template of lactic acid training. Now basically the idea with lactic acid training is you want to generate as much lactic acid / lactate as possible. You want to really go for the burn. So what I'm going to be doing here is a set of very light dumbbell flies for as many reps as I can get. I'm looking for 30 or more reps with this to generate a lot of lactic acid. This is going to be a pre-exhaust format. So I'm going to do that. Then immediately just rest 20 seconds, grab a pair of dumbbells that are double that weight, and do dumbbell presses, as many dumbbell presses as I can with that weight. So I've got 25s for the flies, 50s for the presses. And the idea here is to, like I said, generate as much lactic acid on the first set and keep it there for the remainder of sets. So I'm going to do one set with the flies and then 7 sets with the presses. Not going to get as many reps, but that's fine. I'm basically trying to keep that lactate in there as long as possible and really get a lot of buildup. So by the time I'm done, I should be quivering and basically pretty much dying at the end of it. So this format is, like I said, it's a pre-exhaust format. So you're using an isolation exercise to really focus on the target muscles, in this case the pecs. And then when you're done with that and the pecs are full of blood and full of lactic acid, then we're going to switch to a compound exercise which brings in the shoulders and brings in the triceps more to help push those pecs even further. So here's what it looks like. So that is pre-exhaust lactic acid training for your chest. Now, when you're doing these, 2 important points. Try and use a continuous tension style of training. You'll notice when I'm doing the flies, I'm coming to here, coming down, only, I can't move. I'm only coming to about this position, so I'm maintaining that contraction in the chest so I'm not letting blood in or out very, very effectively. This builds up the lactic acid a lot more effectively. So this is going to be a great one for boosting growth hormone into your muscles and really helping with burning stubborn fat. So give this one a try. You don't need heavy weight for it. You shouldn't use heavy weight for it, but really go for the burn and go to the point where you're failing due to chemical buildup rather than muscle fiber failure. And the way I like to describe chemical buildup is like the lactic acid, essentially, where you're getting to the point where you're trying to contract and you feel like you can contract, but the lactic acid buildup is not allowing you to contract. So that's the point we want to get to, especially on the last few reps of the first set and the last few reps of the very last set. The other ones you want to push hard, not to absolute failure, but really on that last one you really want to push to the point where you're starting to shake, where you really can't move the weight. So give this one a shot. You're going to hate it, but you're also going to love the results.